Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Itacute back for another live stream. Welcome to today's broadcast. If you're new here, put your name in the comments down below. Tell me where you're from. My name is Eric, and every week we have a live stream and we talk about teaching. So if you have any questions or there's anything you want to talk about, let's talk about it. My name's Eric. I've been teaching for a few years. And on this channel, I try and share things about teaching, either from experience or things that I research. But yeah, I just talk about things. I'm not an expert. I've got a master's in education, and that's about it. And then a couple of years of experience. But I thought I'd make this channel and just share tips and ideas and activities. So my word is not gospel, but it's I think it's important to share things because we're all working together for the betterment of the world. So the betterment of the world. Wow, that's something kind of big. Hi, everyone. And first, I want to say Viamad. Hi, welcome. So Viamad became a YouTube channel member, and that's just something small for the channel. So thank you so much for joining, Viamad. And then we have BM. Hi, BM. What's your favorite part of the day? Do you wish to transfer, or we can say immigrate to another country? Which team will you encourage in this World Cup? Wow. BM, like always, many great questions. Let's go. Part of the day, I guess, the morning when you wake up and you've got the whole day ahead, every day is a blessing. So, that's something that I enjoy. Do I wish to immigrate or move to a different country? I think so in the future. Right now I enjoy my job. For those of you who don't know, I live in South Korea, but I'm originally from South Africa. And I think, perhaps in the future, I've been in Korea for a long time now. So maybe go and see what the rest of the world has to offer. But for right now, I'm very happy in Korea. Which team do you support in this World Cup? I don't know. I don't watch that much football, but I guess since I'm in Korea, I'll support South Korea. And then, I like to support underdogs. The teams that don't really have a great chance. Also, I'm from Africa, so I'll support some of the African teams. Yeah, and but I enjoy these big matches to go and watch them. I think most of the matches here in South Korea, they're either at 10 p.m at night or 4 a.m. And I think sometimes, what is the other time? Another time. But I'll watch some of the bigger games. I definitely will. Do you have any wish? Oh, that's a big one. Do you have any wish that you fail to fulfill? Huh. Yeah, I guess, we learn more from our failures than from our successes. And so if there's a dream that I've failed, sometimes it's okay to fail because it puts you on a new or different path. So you shouldn't just see all your failures as failures in the long term. You could see them just as things not working out a certain way, and then you've got to try something else. So I think there's a fine balance between working hard and trying your best to achieve something, and also then changing course and trying something new because that original thing isn't working. So we've got to be cognizant of that. We've got to understand that. Hey, good to see you. Nice to meet you again. Good to see you. Bonnie Esther. Hi, Eric and fellow teachers. Actually, Bonnie Esther introduced me to one of her daughters, and I was a bit late to send a message, but today I emailed her back, and I'm so excited because Bonnie Esther is a fantastic teacher with a lot of knowledge. And I'm excited to talk to your daughter as well, Bonnie Esther. Saw your photo on Instagram. You are gorgeous. Thank you. Actually, so this weekend, I went on a trip to a city called Busan. And when I go and travel, I take lots of photos and I put it on my Instagram. So go and check that out if you'd like to. And actually, someone sent me a message because, my Instagram isn't for my channel. I've got my channel on YouTube. I've got it on Facebook. And then on my Instagram, it's just for me, So sometimes I put photos of me traveling or photos of places I go. If I eat something nice, I'll take a photo of it. If I during the week we celebrated a friend's birthday and they bought a shot and I drank that. So yeah, it's just me having fun and living my life. So if you want to see that, you can check that out. Jonathan, hi, haircut looks great. Oh yeah, guys, last week I said I'll put a poll out about my hair, but honestly, I whenever I don't like having long hair, so if I get when I get tired of my hair, I just go and cut it short. So that's what I did. James, good to see you. Have you been teaching nonstop for a few years? Yes, I have. I can't think of a time where I haven't been working or in a school. I think the longest time I've had off between jobs. So I taught immediately after university. Actually, I started teaching during university with a special program. Then I moved to Korea, and then I think I went back to South Africa, and I took a couple of months off to prepare my documents to come back to Korea. So I think the longest I've been without a job might be 3 months. So I've been teaching nonstop for 16, 17 years, 16 years. Dude, hi from Cambodia. Hi. And my dad's here, Eric Sr. Hello, everyone. At the end of this, we'll be watching the World Cup opening game. Yeah, for yeah. Oh, so the first game is tonight. Very interesting. Qatar and is it Uruguay? No, it's not Uruguay. Uruguay is in Korea's group. It's someone else. Teaching English in Vietnam. Hi. Ingad, good to see you. I'm very well. So I went on a trip this weekend and I came back home. And so, as always, I'm quite exhausted on a Sunday night, but I think I should start taking it easy over weekends. I've got a lot of work I need to catch up on. Shyline, hi. Ronnie, hi. No time long, no see. I miss your lives. Well, welcome back, Teaching English. It's good to have you from Bangladesh. I love Bangladeshi people. Mohammed, which program you recommend for teaching business English? As most of you know, you've heard this answer. I don't really recommend books. I do want to look a bit more into how to teach business and some curricula for that. Yeah, I'll look at that. By the way, guys, for the first time in a long time last week, I was driving my car and I thought, let's listen to my own live stream. And I just hated the sound of my own voice. Especially, I want to apologize. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that listens to this live stream, because I listen to my own voice and I use a lot of ums and ahs, and sometimes I don't speak clearly, or I don't explain something well, or I use the same words. So thank you so much for sticking with me through 150, 100 to 200 live streams that I've done on this channel. I know sometimes it must be difficult. You must be thinking, Eric makes all these mistakes. We need to help him. So I apologize for that, but I also hope that I can become a better speaker in public, because it's something difficult for me. Most of my videos that I make, I put a lot of research into it, and then I write out a script, and then I use that. That's why I sound so much clearer on my videos. And then when it comes to the live stream, it's just me smiling and talking about topics and things that happen in my life. So I just want to say I'm grateful that you guys make it through this, and I hope I can do better in the future. Salma, hi, Sir Eric and everyone. Salma, how are you doing? And Luza Ang, buenos dias from Colombia. Luza Ang, hi, Miriam from Sudan. Insar, Innis from Latvia. Good to see you again. When? Greetings from Vietnam. Have you been? I have been to Ho Chi Minh before. I would love to travel and see more of the country. I know that Dayang, what is it? Oh, I can't believe I forgot the name. But a lot of Koreans go to Dayang. No, what's the name? I forgot the name. But no, I would love to see the rest of Vietnam. But right now, it's very difficult for foreigners to go to Vietnam. I think they're quite strict, especially I'm South African, so it's very difficult for South Africans to go in. So my vacation is coming up, and either I can stay alone in Korea and just do work, which I might do, or I'm thinking of traveling something. I could go back to Thailand. I don't want to go. I want to visit Europe, but it's too cold. I don't want to go into the cold. I want to escape the cold and go somewhere warm. I could go and see my parents in South Africa, but if you travel alone in South Africa, it's quite boring and a bit lonely. So I don't want to do that. So I'm thinking about either going. I'm thinking about going to Indonesia actually. So if I go to Indonesia and you live there and you have a school, let me know. I'd love to come and say hello. Bonnie Esther, love morning. I wake up with lots of creative ideas and get too foggy and lazy at night. Right, and you know what? What else? I think if you're an early riser, if you're an early bird, you've got more energy. And I think a lot of people don't realize this, but willpower is a limited resource that we have. It's limited. So that's why it's better usually to exercise in the morning or to try and get things done early in the morning. That's perhaps your most creative time, although it's difficult because we're sleeping, especially if you wake up later. And then so it's a finite resource, and we've got to try and do more with our mornings. I tell myself that too. So today, when I was traveling, I woke up very early, and I actually enjoyed that. So I might make some changes to my life in the future about what time I wake up and how I do things. Ali, hi. Jean from Hong Kong. I hope I said it right. John or Jean. Luzang, nice haircut. Thank you. Netsi Riau. Hi from Rwanda. Good to see you. Vietnam might be a good destination. I love Vietnam. It's good, but like I said, it's kind of difficult to go in there now for the tourist visas. Abdallah, good evening. Ridil, hi from Romania. Good to see you. Mai, hello from Romania. Yes. Roman, nice. I like that. Nice. Okay. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you have any topics you want to talk about, please let me know. By the way, I'm supposed to put out a poll on what type of videos you would like to see in the future. And also, we will do a live streaming event in February where about 7 to 10 teachers are going to do a live stream every night on this channel. And for myself too, I want to know what kind of topics you would like to see videos on for those live streams. And I think it could either be something like I do a lot on classroom activities. I do a lot on classroom management. It could also be something I'm quite interested in, and that is teaching methodologies. That could be something interesting too. So if there are some topics you would like to see content being made on, please let me know. Right now, I've been kind of lazy on the channel. I've been putting out a lot of older videos on activities. So I need to get back into writing things about punishments and how to deal with parents and some more classroom management related videos. So I'll get on that soon. Mariam, hi from Egypt. Cambridge, genius. Hi, genius. Marcos from Argentina. Cambridge School of English. Hi, Villa Dolores. Cordoba. And that is, I guess, my dad again. Tarim, could you please tell us about the educational system you have in your country? Job hours, school hours, environments, and anything else? Well, Tarim, I live in South Korea, and the students have it really hard. They wake up early, they go to school, I think, at 8, and then they study until 2 o'clock. And then after that, they've got more classes, or they go to academy, and most of them study until 9 or 10 p.m. at night. And yeah, it sounds crazy, and it is kind of crazy, but that's the norm. And it's very difficult. Most of what they teach are towards tests. It's just preparing students for tests so that when they graduate, they can go to a better university. So they work incredibly hard. When I was growing up in South Africa, it was the opposite of that. You would go to school, let's say, I think it was 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 8 a.m. Yeah, I think it was around 7:30 to around 2 p.m. And then after that, you had your extracurricular activities like sports or whatever you were busy with. And you go home and you play games and you do homework and then you go to bed. The one thing I do miss is growing up in South Africa, I used to go to bed quite early as a student. You would go to bed at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And now in Korea, it's so funny. Sometimes you walk around and you see the students walking about at midnight. It was very interesting when I first came to Korea to see that. Busan has a great fish market. Yeah, Jogolchi. We didn't go there. This weekend, I traveled to Incheon to celebrate my 15th. Congratulations, James. I wish I had one of those buzzers and clapping. I think that's beautiful. Congratulations to you and your wife. I hope you have many happy years together. And it's so good to see that. It really fills my heart with warmth, especially as a fellow foreigner in Korea, where you've got your wife and you've been together so long. It's something that I hope will happen to myself in the future. Fingers crossed. So yeah, congratulations. I hope you had a nice time. What did you do in Incheon? Did you go for a nice dinner? Suvan, hi. Darvish, hi. Nguyen, what makes you happy every day? For me, teaching my students is both my bread and butter and my happiness. Do you have any advice for us Vietnamese or Asian people to improve our English? Well, that is just great. If you do, what is that saying? If you do something as your job, then you'll be happy forever because you enjoy your life and you enjoy your job. There's an expression about that somewhere. Yeah, I think that's great. If you enjoy what you're doing, because many teachers they find teaching difficult or they're in very tough situations. So if you enjoy it, that's great. Advice for you to improve your English, and I've done a series on it. I put it down below. um, yeah, there are lots of things you can do. It's mainly expose yourself to the language and then practice. Look at someone that you can copy that speaks well and then study more. If you can find a teacher to work with you, that's probably the best way. Online, there are many options to find teachers to help with. So if you've got a couple of dollars, then I would suggest going online and finding a teacher, also, or perhaps a support network, people that you can practice with. I know on Facebook there's a group called the Chat Box, and they're a group that get together. They get together and then they practice the English. So if you can find something like that in your own personal life or online, I would suggest that, because the more you're going to use it, the better you're going to become. Please suggest communicative activities for speaking class. Sabina, my whole channel is basically just lots of activities. So if you go onto my channel, I've got many activities. I can give you one of the videos that I've got, and it's like 50 activities, but it's basically games and warm-ups. But I've got so many speaking games that I have on here. And it's really fun. I think most of them are there. Let me just paste this in here. I'll put it there. And let's go back to the top. And once again, I'm so sorry. I see I'm 6 minutes in. I'm 10 seconds behind. Today is a Vietnamese Teachers Day. Wow, happy Teachers Day. We have celebrated some parties with our colleagues. I hope you had an amazing day. Actually, I was out and I was walking about. I was doing some traveling and some sightseeing in Korea, in a town, and I saw someone walking around with this beautiful white dress. I think it was a Vietnamese dress. That's very popular, right? Is it for something special? Because I remember seeing this person walking around, this lady. She looked so pretty, and I thought, oh, I think that's a Vietnamese dress. Where are we? Janatul, hi from Bangladesh. Hi. Sarawi from Algeria. Hi. Manny, good to see you. Good morning. Brenda from Bolivia. Oh, Ulfa, hi. Have a nice day. You too. It's so hard to listen to one's own voice. Yeah, Bonnie Esther, I think I've gotten used to listening to my stupid voice, and I know I'm not hard on myself. It's just I've gotten used to it. But what actually irritates me or irks me are all these ums and ahs. I want to try and get that out of the way that I speak, and also be more clear and also use perhaps better vocabulary, longer sentences, because it's when the problem is when you're teaching English, you kind of speak to your students' level. You're not going to use difficult English, and you're going to speak slower, and you're going to use basic vocabulary. And I don't know if you've gotten this, but I mean, I live in Korea, so I don't get a chance to speak to other people or talk about topics that are interesting. So I can feel my English actually worsening, and so that's something I need to work on, especially if I want to talk to other educators. That's very important for me. Gabriella, hi from Peru. Hanane, how to be an effective teacher. I like that. How to be an effective teacher. I've done some videos on how to be what is the perfect teacher, how to be a good teacher, teacher tips. I did many of those. And an effective teacher, I think it's someone that teaches effectively and also creates nice relationships with their students to motivate them to become better learners. So I think an effective teacher is and the what is an effective person? It's someone that successfully completes their goals, and reaches their audience, which is their students. So yeah, I think there are a lot of things about how to be an effective teacher, and we've got to work towards that every day. Maybe I'll make a video on that, how to become an effective teacher. I'll think about it, I'll research it, and then I'll share some ideas. By the way, something I've been busy with recently is writing some articles on teacher educator, researchers, educational researchers, and it's so interesting to see what these mammoths, these mega minds of education, what they did and what they believe. And I'd like to share that in the future because we should learn from these greats out there, right? Kamis, hi from Egypt. Kamis, I wish you great success. Thank you so much. Gabriel, hola, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing, Gabriela? I'm doing really well. Thank you so much. Private, do you enjoy teaching in Korea? I do. But I've also got friends who are going through a really difficult time. So it depends, you can be at a good school wherever you are in the world, surrounded by good students, good colleagues, good curriculum, or, good hours, good pay. And that could be anywhere in the world. But right now, I enjoy teaching in Korea. It also gives me the freedom to work on this YouTube channel. So I enjoy that. But the one thing we all think is like, is there someplace better where I should be? And it's something that crosses my mind. But for now, it's I don't think I've got many options. I think it's either stay here, go to a different country, move back to South Africa. So better the devil you know. I don't mean it in a negative sense, but I think it's important for me to stay here right now. No, we don't. We don't think like that. Don't worry. You are doing a great job. Thank you so much. Why don't you make daily lives? You remember all the things I say, BM. Everybody remembering my promises. No, daily lives. I said I was thinking about it. So what we will do, and it's very exhausting. I said that I thought about doing it during November, but instead of that, I want to practice a little bit, see if it works, because people are going to get tired of listening to my voice every day. So in February, we're going to do a week-long live stream, not a week-long live stream. We're going to do a live stream every day for a week. Firiel, hello. Adelina, greetings from Albania. I want to ask you a question. If we have students who do their best to learn English, in spite of this, they have difficulty in learning it, in what way can I help them? Is there anything to simplify it? Okay, so I can read from this that you really care about your students and they are working really hard to improve, but they are still finding it difficult. Now, that is great. Many teachers go through it and they might have students that are not motivated. So your students are obviously motivated. Now it's up to you to find the best way to reach them and effectively help them. So you're going to want to find out where they are. So you want to make sure where they are. You have to find out what you want them to achieve, what they need to learn, and then you're going to want to find the most effective way of teaching them and helping them reach those goals. I think what a lot of teachers do is they either make it too complicated for the student, so it's difficult for them to grow and to learn effectively. Effectively, thank you for that word. Or they teach too slowly, where the students become bored and they don't feel challenged and they're not learning well. So what you want to do is want to find the perfect middle ground. Find out how you can support your students, help them learn from what they already know, and then effectively guide. I shouldn't use effectively that much in my, but guide them to improve quickly. Now you've got the motivation. Now it's up to you to find the techniques to help them and help them step by step. I think that's the best thing that we can do. As a teacher, I should say as a teacher more. As a teacher, it makes me so happy whenever I get to teach my students something new in a very simplified way. So it could be some very helpful tip that they've never had before, but because I taught it to them and helped them practice it, it helped them be better. Now, here's the one thing I'm going to tell you. Make sure what you're teaching your students are relevant and they can use it immediately. Many times teachers think, okay, well, I'm preparing my students for the future, so they just have to do it right now. No, what I want you to do is every class that you have with your students, I want you to think, how can I teach my students something that they will find valuable and they can immediately use in class? So, for example, World Cup. The World Cup is starting. So tell them, okay, kids. So you see them tomorrow. It's Monday. The first game of the World Cup is over, and they're very interested in the World Cup. Then you can say, okay, well, everyone, let's talk about the World Cup. Here's what happened. This is the score. What happened in the game, or talk about where they watched it, or talk about something useful and practical. So every day when you teach your students, I want you to find one useful or practical thing that your students can do later. So it could be talking about an event, talking about the future, explaining themselves in a different way. That is what's important. Sorry for this long answer, but I think that is very important to do. Nitha, hi from Indonesia. Apa kabar? I might visit you guys soon. Muhammad, you haven't answered me, please. Which program? I just went to that before. Sama, I'm fine, thanks. I'm doing really well, thank you. It's Da Nang. Thank you so much. Yeah, I would love to visit Da Nang sometime. Nguyen, you got it. I was born in Durban. Hi, Christina. Yeah, I love Durban. I was just telling someone about it yesterday where I said that I love the South Coast. Was it? Wait, that's the West Coast? No, that's the South Coast, Durban. When I was younger, we would go to my grandmother's house in Heberdean. Now, for you that don't know, that's in South Africa. There's a South Coast and also the West Coast, the Western Cape. And this side, it's really the weather is so nice. The water is warm, and then on the Western Cape at Cape Town, it's very cold. And every summer, I would go to my grandmother's house near Durban, and we would swim there, and I just love that. Al, hi from Bangladesh. What is your idea? I love Bangladeshi. I've got some friends, and they introduced me to the food. They're the kindest people, always smiling, so helpful and kind. Enjoyed the food, and I've only got positive feelings about Bangladesh and its people. Willpower depletion, a real thing. So true. Ulfa, please come to Indonesia. I think I will. I think I'll stop in Jakarta and then I'll go to Bali afterwards. No, we're open our country for everyone. Visit. Please let me know if you have any trouble. I will see. I was talking to some South Africans and they said it's a little bit difficult to get in there, but I'll do some more research of my own and let you know. Good afternoon from Morocco. Tano, hi from India. I actually had some Indian food. I've made some really good Indian friends recently. So it's also a country close to my heart. And I look forward to perhaps visiting in the future. I know my dad's been there before, but yeah, actually had some Indian food today and met some really nice people from India. So to all my Indian friends out there, I appreciate you. Muhammad, hi from Uzbekistan. Asifa, great. Hello, Jade. Practice with you in private. Jade, I'd love to help, but right now I'm just focusing on helping teachers. Radwa, hi from Tunisia. How can I motivate my students and make them speak? Actually, I've shared this video before, and I think this is a very important topic. How to motivate your students. I made a video about it. Motivate. Let me see if I can find student motivation. I'm going to share this with you. This is a video I did on 20 ways of how to motivate your students. And I don't remember what happened in the video. I made it a long time ago, but I hope it's still relevant and useful. I just put it in there. Where are we? And how far behind am I right now? Okay, I'm at 12 minutes, so I'm 16 minutes behind. Yeah, My students are quite kind, but I think you would enjoy seeing me when I reprimand my students when they do something bad, because I'm very kind in class, BM, I promise, but sometimes the strict Eric comes out. Do you teach IELTS? No, I haven't really taught IELTS, but I have been doing a lot of research on effective ways of teaching IELTS. I'm preparing a series of videos on teaching the different skills and focusing on how to teach specifically for these tests, if it's TOEFL or if it's IELTS. And I'm very excited about it, because for me, I teach mostly communication to my students, to lower level students, and I understand that very well. But I would also like to focus on how to prepare students for tests. So I'm making this series of videos. It'll probably be 5 different videos on tips on how to teach it. I did a lot of research on it before, and I should finish that series in March. I'm planning on releasing that. So just wait for that. Teaching English in Vietnam. Hello, hello. Hi from Myanmar. Pidor. Hello, teacher. Ofidiu. I from Romania. It just snowed here. Have you ever been to Transylvania, Dracula's land? I haven't, but I heard some nice things from it. I would really like to visit someday. I do like the snow. I'm planning on going snowboarding for the first time in a couple of years. The problem is the snowboarding is happening in mid-December and there's not that much snow yet, but it might be the only time that I've got a chance to go, and I would like to go. So maybe I'll go and snowboard in December. Mario, hola, how are you doing? Christina, living in Italy now, and I need teaching methods for primary school. Well, I've taught a lot of things on how to teach, how to be a good teacher. I'm also I'll go into teaching methodologies, but the one video that that I would recommend you watch is how to teach ESL. It's got some ideas in there. Christina, it doesn't focus exactly on the teaching methods, but it shows my methods of how to teach English. So let me share that for you. It's one of my more popular videos. Let me find it for you quickly. How to teach ESL. I still need to make how to teach young learners. That's been on my mind for close to a year now. How to teach young learners and how to teach some other things too. I would love to do that. This is one of my more popular videos where I teach exactly how I teach in class. So I hope this helps. Let me quickly paste that in there for you. Teaching younger learners. Yeah, I need to do that definitely sooner rather than later. Let's see. And by the way, I have some friends that are moving to Italy, so I'm also keeping my eye on there. I might go there next summer. I'm thinking of visiting Europe and going to Italy too. Mariam, I'm Egyptian. I'm looking for a conversational online English course. I don't know any that I can share with you, Mariam. But guys, as you all know, I'm busy. Am I busy? I guess I'm busy. But I'm plan. I should stop. I should quit saying those. I should slap myself on the hand every time I say Uh, I'm going to start a new channel just for English learners next year. That's my New Year's resolution, is to start a new channel just for English learners. I've got a friend who's going to help me with editing. I'm going to make a couple of videos with ideas on how to improve your English. And I've got a teacher that's going to help make the videos, a lovely female teacher. I'm also going to look for other teachers that might be interested in going on there. As we know, I've got a lot of friends with English learning channels. So I'm going to throw my hat into the ring. Obviously, my passion and my focus is helping teachers, but I think I'm going to create this extra channel just just to help our English learners out there, and that way I can make videos on it. Because right now I've got this channel and it's for teachers, but if I made a channel for English learners, I can share ideas on that. So next year, 1st of January, I will launch the new channel. Every week there will be new videos and also short videos. And I'll also make some some material available to help English learners too. So check out for that. Ilham, hi, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you. Saman from Sri Lanka. I did not forget you. Mario, thank you so much. I will never forget you either. Mario is one of my longest viewers. I know we've got a few viewers that have been here for a long time. Thank you so much, Mario, and also the OG, the old school, everyone that's been here from the start and that's in here right now again. I really appreciate it, everyone. Hello, Steve. Great to see you. How are you doing? Nguyen, people said that we shouldn't use many idioms when speaking English. No. Listen, Nguyen, I think we're so nervous about how we come across when we speak the language. The most important thing is just to use it. Now, you are taught that using idioms might be beneficial. You might sound more like a native speaker, or maybe some native speakers will think that you're stupid for using it in the wrong context. I would say use it as you see fit. There are many channels that share ideas on it, but sometimes you watch some of these videos and you think, well, we don't know. I know what it means, but we normally don't use it. I think use whatever you feel is necessary, and then try new things. Try using idioms, but also look at the person that you're using it with, if you're speaking to them or if you're communicating with them, if they realize it. So I would say use it sparingly. Don't use it too much, because very often it does sound unnatural, but other times it's something that we use and we all understand it. So I would say use it sparingly, but also try and use the common ones. Don't try and use idioms that aren't very relevant and aren't used, because with a lot of idioms, they come from a long time ago. The pot calling the kettle black or things like that. We understand what it means, but we won't use it in everyday conversations, right? You won't use it like that. But then sometimes you would use something that's very simple and basic, and it makes sense. So I would say use it sparingly, but it's fun to know it, so that if it comes up, you can use it. That's my opinion. Radbar, hi. I tried running diction after watching your channel. Thank you. I'm so happy. I've got a lot more coming up. I think I've mostly been doing a lot of activities like these that I'm bringing out that I think students will enjoy. I've got to make a lot more activities videos. So how YouTube works, especially my channel, is that for the next 3 months, not a lot of people watch, or it's not being promoted too much because teachers are busy and they don't get time to watch. So this gives me a chance to I'll put out videos every week, these activities videos, but then these really thorough content that I'm planning will come out in March. And maybe end of February, March, I'll start pushing out really useful content that I've written scripts for. Nathir, hi from Yemen. James, in Incheon, we went for a nice breakfast at a twosome place on a Saturday. A twosome place is like Starbucks. It's very popular here. Actually, it was created by a Korean celebrity, I think. He's one of the owners. Then we drove together to church this morning. So nice. Not too exciting, but everything's great when you're together with the right person. James, well said. I really enjoy that. If you're with the right person, it just makes life so much better and easier. I think that's very important. Being with someone that you enjoy being with, that you can joke around with, and you understand each other. You've got the same values and thoughts, or not exactly the same thoughts, but you've got the same goals, and you enjoy being with each other. That makes a difference. And yeah, hopefully, everyone out there, that either you found that person, or if you're looking, that you're going to find them soon. And I'm sending this out to all my single viewers and people like me that might be dating and looking for that person too. Who knows? That was a strange sound. I hope you didn't hear that. Sabina, thank you. Satram, how to improve. I've got a course that I put down below in the link, and it's all about speaking, how to improve. Once I bring out the English learning channel, I'll put that course on there for everyone to see. It's just ideas on how to improve your speaking, and then also share lots of ways of how to improve your English on the new channel. Don't know, I want a one-on-one class for increasing my vocab in an American accent. Definitely go online. There are lots of places you can go. Preply, you can go. There are so many places where you can find tutors that can help you with it. I think that's the best way, the easiest and the best way to improve is to find someone like that. Nina, hello, I'm Nina from Java, Indonesia. It's Teachers Day, the 25th of November, in 5 days. Congratulations, Nina. I think, let me make a note, 25th of November. Actually, I did a video on Teachers Day, and I know that most teachers celebrate, I think, it on the 5th of October, but many other countries have different dates. I think the 25th of November is also popular. So I need to find all those countries, and every time it's Teachers Day, I'll post congratulations. Thank you so much, Nina, for letting me know. From India, hi, Tano. From Indonesia, Amra from Egypt. Have a nice day. Thank you. Mohammed, nice to see you again. Can you recommend me some activities for children to improve their listening skills? And this is one of my older videos, but it's one of my most popular videos. It's listening, how to improve your listening. This is an old video. I brought this out 3 years ago, almost exactly 3 years ago. When did it come out? November last, 3 years ago. The editing isn't great, but I think the ideas and the activities are good. So funny. I'm teaching one of my friends how to edit, and I look at the way I used to edit maybe 3 years ago and my editing now, and it's changed a lot. I hope to improve even more in the future because, I think the ideas, if the ideas are good, the editing doesn't matter that much. But I do want to reach more people, and I want to make it in a fun, engaging way. So I hope to improve my editing a bit more. Hello, Elio from Senegal. Hi, Mobina, how are you? I'm good. Liesel, good to see you. Snazzy haircut. Yeah, this is my usual haircuts I go for. I like to cut it short. How are you doing, Liesel? Liesel has been helping me so much. Liesel, you're in Namibia, right? Or did you move to South Africa? I think I forgot. Magni, hi from Sudan. Hanin, how to make kids listen to you in a classroom when they get noisy. Some teachers are strict and control them with fear. I've got some tips. My most popular video is how to keep a noisy class quiet, or how to quiet a noisy class. And I brought this out a long time ago. It's my most popular video. But I do want to remake this video because even though I think some of the ideas are good, my thoughts on it have evolved, and I'll make a new video on it about it in the future. But check this out. Maybe it can help. But actually, to be honest, earlier today, I went into my YouTube studio where I see my analytics and I can look at the comments. I get a lot of comments. So I try to reply to many of them. But then I had this comment of a teacher saying, "This is such bad advice. If I came into your classroom, I would just shout at you and get in your face and you wouldn't do anything." And, it kind of upset me. I get negative comments all the time, and I don't take it too hard because I know that I'm just trying to put out ideas. I wish there were some ideas for me. Even if it's not 100% the best advice in the world, it's someone trying. And I thought most teachers that watch my channel realize that I'm not the teaching god. I'm not the best teacher in the world. Far from it. I've got so much to learn. But I'm just out here trying to create content for teachers. If it's activities, if it's classroom advice, it's what I try and share. And if they came out and instead of belittling my video and saying my video is bad or my advice is bad, that they came out and they shared what they do, or they give their own advice, I could take that advice and I could take it to heart and maybe share that in a video in the future. And I hope you guys do this too. If you see I make mistakes or you don't agree with me, please tell me. I'm really open to it. I want to grow, and I make mistakes all the time. But at least help me. Don't just go around saying someone's wrong. Just say, this is what you can do different. And I really want to think that way too. It's easy to judge, it's difficult to help. And that's why we're teachers. We're here to help people. And so I hope in the future, everyone tell me about my mistakes if it's relevant. I make a lot of mistakes, but also give me some advice, and I'll try and use it in the future. If you guys understand. Darfur, hi. We need conversational course to break the fear. I like that. A conversational course. I will get on it in the future. This is something that I really want to do in the future. What I need to do next, during this holiday, this vacation, I'm going to write uh, a curriculum for teachers with maybe 20 to 50 lesson plans with activities and resources. But I'd also like to, on the English channel, the English learning channel, I want to help um, English learners improve quickly. So I'll definitely do something like that, Ahmed. One of the ideas that I have is to make videos on practical conversations, explaining the grammar in the conversations and some vocabulary. So I get some native speakers to have a conversation on a topic, and then explaining the conversation and then helping you practice it. So yeah, you can break the fear and become more confident. I like that you understand it though, Amr, that you understand that it's just getting over that fear and practicing, and also some tips on how to help you. Have a national meal palof. Okay, interesting. I'd like to do that. We should do a book study every semester with a running chat, then meet on Zoom at the end. I like that. A book study. I've been looking for good books for teachers, all the time, especially audiobooks, because I don't have enough time to read. So I listen to audiobooks. I haven't listened to an audiobook in a while because we need to grow. I like that idea, Bonnie Esther. Today is Vietnamese Teachers Day. It was a great day. Congratulations. The students surprised you with presents and flowers because you deserve it. Vietnamese students respect and value their teachers. That is beautiful. I'm so happy, English teacher. Thank you so much. And yeah, all the teachers, you deserve it. Jian, hi from Egypt. Swati, good to see you again. Online teaching is a bit tough, so could you please share some tips how we make our class interesting? Swati, a long time ago when COVID first happened, I made so many videos on how to teach online. Teach online with Zoom. And I made this long video on how to teach online with Zoom. And I think it's still relevant. It's a while ago, how to teach online with Zoom. Now, maybe you don't use Zoom, but a lot of these ideas go into this video. I tried to make this video funny, but I think there are lots of good tips and ideas. I'll put it in there. Where are we next? Sorry for being so late, guys. Hi, Flores. Magni, how to spell? Okay. I'll add a lot more of that on the new channel, Magdi, when I start the English Learning channel. I'll put that out. James, there have been some academy horror stories here in Korea, but I've always worked with a good academy owners and have treated me quite fairly. There is a Hagwon blacklist online. Check it out. Yes. So if you want to teach in Korea, we call them Hagwons or academies. And there is a blacklist for really bad ones. Some people get lucky, like James has worked for good ones, but you also get some bad ones where they do some terrible things to teachers. So it's important to do some research and make sure you go to the right one. Rahul, hi. Eunice, hi from Qatar. Welcome in the Cub. Thank you so much for hosting us, Eunice. And I hope that it's a successful World Cup. I think the whole world's excited to watch it. Hello, Eric. Thank you so much for your videos. It's really helpful material for ESL beginners like me. I'm so happy. And yeah, on the English channel, the learning channel, you're going to get a lot more content specifically for English learners. BM, why writing skill is the most difficult for students? What is your magic solution? Yeah, I think the same thing applies to writing and speaking and listening, is that you want to make it something useful and something engaging. So first you want to get your students to to write about things that are useful or that they're passionate, useful to them, or that they're passionate about. And also get them to share it. Some of the fun things that we do is if you have activities where you write and you get to share it with someone later. But the important thing is, just with all these other skills, is that you help your students achieve that by building them up. You simplify things, you help them step by step to learn. You don't overwhelm them with what you want them to do. So you teach them step by step how to write vocabulary, how to write sentences, how to improve those sentences, how to make paragraphs, how to write stories. And then, you open up this world for them to express themselves in. I think that's the most important. Why is writing the most difficult? It's because it's something that we feel it's something you can only learn on your own. But you need a teacher to also guide you. Also, BM, writing, to become a better writer or better speaker, you also need to read more too, so that you can look at successful writers and learn from them. We think, oh, there's only one way to write it. Actually, writing is so beautiful, especially if you get to write about something you enjoy. And then, so I think you need to read more, and you need to express yourself better in writing. I think there's a lot to say about writing. One of my friends, Brian Tolentino, has a channel on exciting writing prompts. So it's exciting things to write about, and we can do that to push ourselves. And also, writing is also a good outlet for the mind, where perhaps you can write down your thoughts and your feelings, and that is also an outlet for you to express yourself in your creativity, your emotions. So actually, there's a lot of magic in writing. Good afternoon. Hi, Danang. You got it, James. I want to improve my speaking. I put a link down below, and in the future, I'll help it more. Practice, practice, practice. Find someone to practice with. Anila, how about Pakistan? I'll think about it. I haven't really considered Pakistan, but maybe. Jian, how can we weak students and how do we motivate them? I put a video right below just about how to motivate your students. I think that will help. Thanks a lot for every word you just said. It was really useful. I'll do it, and I hope my students succeed. I'm so happy, Adelina. Nagi, hi from Azerbaijan, currently living in Lithuania. I found your channel yesterday and really inspiration. Thank you so much. A history teacher in my own country. Now I'm doing my master's. Well done, Nagi. It's so nice hearing from you, and good luck with your masters. I'm sure you'll do it. How to handle haughty, naughty, undisciplined, ill-disciplined students. Yeah, I think you can only let your students. What is that quote of you? You can only let people. It's by that president's wife. What's her name? Oh, you guys are gonna kick me about Eleanor Roosevelt. Let's see that. Eleanor Roosevelt quotes people. Let me quickly see. Where is it? Most famous quote. Oh, here we go. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." How beautiful is that? So, what does that mean? No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. It means that students cannot make you feel something if they are naughty. They are trying to impress upon you what they want to do. They want to be naughty. They want to act out, but it's up to you to create boundaries, personal boundaries in your classroom and around yourself of how you want to be treated and how they should act in your classroom. Now, once you have established those boundaries, those rules, you've got to set it clearly to your students. You say, listen, you are here to learn. This is how I want you to act in my classroom. Now, there are different ways of enforcing these rules with younger learners, with elementary school learners, with high school learners, with students. With students and older students, you can explain it to them. And with younger students, you have to enforce those boundaries in a fun way, but also be strict when they push those buttons or when they push those boundaries. So you as the teacher, just like Eleanor Roosevelt said, they cannot act that way without your approval. if you tell them not to do that and you punish them appropriately, they cannot act that way. And you have to grow as a teacher, as a person, to tell them how to act. I think that's very important. I did a few videos on how to deal with students and difficult classes. Just know that it's up to you to deal with them. So create those rules, create the punishments if they push those rules, and then you have to learn some classroom management skills on how to manage these students, either if it's individually or if it's with a group, how you get them to do that. And yeah, I think that's very important. So set those boundaries, set those punishments, explain to the students how they should behave, and then you've got to use some more practical interpersonal skills to get them to do that. I know it's easier said than done, but just understand that it's up to you. It's your job to enforce those rules. Kindly advise how to improve speaking, like your English. Well, hopefully better than mine. Thank you so much for the kind words, Amir. I will share some more in the future. Sanjeet, hi. Zia Phone, Xylophone from Laos, hi. I'm doing really well, thank you. Good morning from Peru, Diana. Good morning from Bolivia. Many from South America. Good morning, everyone. I teach teenagers. Nice. Lakitsa, hi teacher, how you doing? Really well, thank you. Hope Max, thank you so much for every word you said. I really appreciate your job. I love it. Thank you. Sonia, good day. Working mostly with beginners, I feel that I'm losing my own passion for the language. How not to burn out when teaching the same topics over and over again? Sonia, great question. I think a lot of us teachers go through it where we teach these beginners and we just feel our language ability, wither a little bit. What is the word I wanted to use? Yeah, so I would say is find something that you're passionate about beyond teaching, where you can actually improve yourself. Is if it's some kind of hobby that you can have that you can talk about, if it's friends or that is something you can build friendships with. Yeah, so find you say a passion for the language. Think find some way, just like before with BM, I spoke about writing, that it can be an outlet for your passion and creativity. You need to find another outlet for your language, that you can enjoy and improve upon, because you don't want to stagnate. You don't want to get lazy in your language like many of us do. For me, I write scripts, I do research, I write articles, and I enjoy it because hopefully I'm learning more about education and I can share that. So I would say find something that you're passionate about, find some way for you to push energy into that. Because yeah, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So find something you're passionate about, find an outlet, and then go for it. Punam, hi from India. More Indians. I really enjoy so many people joining. Okay, Mario. Good. Riri, I watched your videos and try applying them in online teaching. So more online. Riri, I've got so many tips on online teaching. I don't know if I can teach anymore. So I've got a playlist on my channel. Let me see if I can find that channel of mine. I've got a playlist, and everything I know about online teaching is there, as well as a lot of online teaching tips, lots of activities and things to do. I could do more in the future, but I think I've covered everything. Even with online teaching, I think I've also got some new ideas. But for now, I think I want to focus a bit on, well, so many things. Teaching methodologies and some more things for classroom management I would like to do. 2 minutes left. Everyone, how late am I? I missed everyone. Hameen, hi. I'm an English teacher. Hi. Sudan, Mario. How do we get an education? Well, teacher, well, you have to find that education. And we're online now. Carmen, greetings from Lima, Peru. FIFA World Cup starting soon. Are you excited, Carmen? So good to see you. You wrote wrong. No worries, Mario. Lena, good ideas. Thanks. Borna, I'm Indian. Another one. Hi. How can we handle overexcited primary students like it creates a disturbance while teaching and others can't get a chance to respond? Great question. Overexcited students. It's great that they're excited and they're happy to share. But everybody needs a chance, your shyer students too. So I would say with those students, you need to find a way to calm them. Now in teaching, we've got something, sometimes we want to get their energy up and then we want to bring their energy down. So with these excited students, get them excited, do the activity, push the energy, and then bring it down. Slow down what you're doing. Also tell the students, so get them excited, do it, blah, 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 blah. Let them talk. Be excited. And then do an activity where they get to move around, where they get to talk, maybe not too loud. And then find something to calm them down. Say, okay, everyone, now we're going to do a calm activity for a little bit. We're going to talk. You're going to listen. You're going to work with a friend. And I want you to relax. So you want to hypnotize those students. And then if they try and get more excited, teacher, it's up to you to bring that energy down. One of the things I talk about a lot is energy management. And I think it's up to you to start to learn how to manage your students' energy. Okay, well, everyone, on that note, I spoke the whole time. I don't think I drank water once. I want to wish you a great week, and I'll see you next week again. Hopefully, I can bring someone on the live stream so that it's just not this face that you see. Everyone, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.